What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. Today we're hopping into Uncanny X-Men issue number 20, and this comic series has hugely focused on the outliers. This comic is really going to focus on Ransom. We don't know much of his backstory, we don't really know where he came from. The only thing we know about him is that his parents abandoned him, and they're really ashamed of his mutant powers. So as this comic really begins to dive into who he is, before we get into that detail, it picks us up at the prison. This is Grey Mulkin Prison, once Charles Xavier's school for gifted youngsters. It is now a prison for mutants. And here, captured in this prison, is Penance. And really what the warden is trying to do here is get on her good side. She tries offering up some coffee, some good food. Really what the warden is seeking here is friendship. And M, she can't believe it. She's like, really? Unbelievable. Like, you locked all of us up. You abused all of us in this place. And now you want to pretend to be the victim. Like, poor you. You don't have any friends. More and more, Penance is coming to understand that the warden, she worships mutants. Like hell, she even dresses like Emma Frost. She has some kind of infatuation with powerful mutant women. But this is where Penance straight up lets her know that I'm not drinking your overpriced coffee. I'm not eating your croissants while everyone around me is starving. And Penance tells her straight up, like, I think your whole operation, it's all unraveling. Your pet mind controller, Scurvy, he's failing. He's going downhill very quickly. And they can all hear the pounding from Inmate X. Inmate X is waking up. Now it is only a matter of time. And to really put the nail into the coffin in this conversation, Penance tells her that, my friend, your brother Oscar, his last words to me were to ask me to watch over you, ripping her collar off and telling the warden that your time, it's almost up. So maybe it's time that you start learning to like prison food. Really, Grey Mulkin Prison is falling apart. It appears to never have really been sustainable, and this thing is just a pressure cooker waiting to go off. This is where we hop over to Haven House. We have our X-Men, our outliers, they're all sitting here enjoying a great meal, having a great day. These are the moments that they live for. Rogue really is just taking in this moment and appreciating everything that she has, everything that's around her. The family, the X-Men, the team, the friends that she's built around her. Everybody seems to be smiling again. They seem to be happy. Life actually seems to be going in a good direction. This is when Nightcrawler and Rogue, they take Jitter outside. And this is really hard for Rogue to do because she's nervous. Doesn't have the heart to really do this, feeling like Jitter already has everybody judging her. And this is something that I actually never really noticed. And now, obviously it makes complete sense. Her name is Jitter, and her speech is always stuttered, as if she's going too fast. As if she's just extremely caffeinated all the time. And this is what Rogue wants to talk to her about. Now, Rogue understands more than most how your speech can be made fun of. Having a thick Louisiana accent. She even considered doing speech therapy herself. Really, Rogue is just letting her know that if you ever want to go down that course, that road is always open to you. But giving her a gift that was designed by Spider-Man. We don't get to see that gift just yet, but we hop over to Argentina. We pick up with a young boy by the name of Benicio. He is with an organization known as Word of Strength. Very anti-mutant individuals. And Benicio is here today for his kind of final test. His final initiation into this organization. Before this initiation had begun, though, he tried calling his brother. His brother just so happens to be Ransom. And while all the other kids, they had headed off to school, he was playing hooky because he's trying to figure out what he's gonna do. This is his half-brother, and he's not really sure what his options are here. Because the all honest truth here is he's not worried. He doesn't even really care what happens to him, his whole family. Or at least, he doesn't want to care. That's really how this is coming off. Some part of him wants something terrible to happen to his half-brother. The truth is, they were terrible to him. They abandoned him. They left him. And when Gambit and Wolverine, they try to relate to him. They try to let him know, try to have him understand that we've all been down this path. We've all had family that were part Cottonmouth. At least that's how Gambit's gonna put it. For those that don't understand the reference, Cottonmouth referring to a rattlesnake, and there's always gonna be a family member that can bite you, that can do some damage. But Ransom, he doesn't want to hear anybody relating to him. He doesn't want to hear about their problems or what they went through. And Wolverine tries to explain, while we don't know your situation entirely, we all have dealt with problems. But what we do know right now is that you got family in trouble, and we're trying to help. And Gambit tells him that he's learned one thing about people like them, that they all have a choice. That you can be a mutant, or you can walk the mutant road. And with Gambit saying, you know where to find me if you want any help getting where you need to go, Ransom says that I don't really understand what the hell Gambit's saying 90% of the time, but Wolverine goes on to explain that he really just told you the most important thing that anyone is ever going to tell you about who you are, telling him that I guess I'm on the case. It's time to go find your half-brother. No one is saying that you have to forgive him. You don't even have to get along with him, but we are gonna go save him. You can tag along if you so choose, but I'm going with or without you. This is when Deathdream shows up because he didn't get on the bus, and he's like, I'm going too. But Ransom tells him, like, kid, not this time. Like, I can't have you coming with me. You can't come with us. It's too dangerous. And this definitely eats up Deathdream. Like, he just wants an older brother. He wants somebody to look up to. He wants somebody to be around all the time. He doesn't have many friends and things of that nature, so obviously he's a little bit let down. But we have them taking off, and they hit up a local bar. This is where they start up. They know that the compound is nearby. They know that this bar is a place that all of those guys usually come and drink and unwind at the end of the day. Ransom also lets Wolverine know that these guys are gonna be enhanced, and they're the messy kind of enhanced. They're the kind of enhanced that's some kind of pharmaceutical, and they refer to it as going juggernaut. But as they sit down at the table, they quickly grab the attention of these guys. In a matter of moments, the fight breaks out. Wolverine's claws coming out, and the energy absorption fists of Valentine, of Ransom. Unlike other energy absorbers, Ransom is unique in the fact that his energy absorbing phenomenon is where his heart should be. But as the two of them just lay down a beating, they're taking on everybody in this bar. They're back to back. But even with their amount of power, these guys are enhanced enough to keep getting back up. Wolverine's a little bit afraid of how far he might have to take it if these guys keep getting back up. While they sit here, Ransom remembers the past. He remembers being held hostage, his parents unwilling to pay up the ransom, and because of their unwillingness, they were ready to kill him. They were ready to put him down, and his powers activated. He was able to get home, but when he got home, the word mutant, it wasn't allowed in that home. As the two charge in on these guys, somebody fires a gun into the ceiling. That gunshot, it comes from a bearded man standing at the door, and he's telling Ransom that I told you to never come back here. Wolverine asking who is this guy and what is going on. This guy is Valentine's father. That is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So by all appearances, it appears that this Proctor, the guy in charge of the Word of Strength organization, is Ransom's father. Or at the very least, he's very closely connected to this organization. This is probably why he was shunned. This organization doesn't want you or anybody you were ever related to be a mutant. That it's even in your gene pool is shameful in its own nature. This seems to be the reason why they sent him away. It's really nice that we're diving into the individual characters and finding out who they are, what they represent, where they come from, and how they got to where they are today. Personally, I'm super excited to dive into Deathdream. I'm hoping that we can get to that point. You never know with comics, they like to jump all over the place, but fingers crossed that we're starting with Ransom. We've kind of gone through Calico just a little bit. Now I'm really excited to get into Deathdream. Mutina is still on the horizon too. That's still a problem that our mutants got to deal with. All in all though, not a bad comic, a lot of fun, a great kind of reintroduction into who Ransom is, and a more depth discussion explanation about where he comes from and why he is with the X-Men today. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that has been going on with this X-Men series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It's going to get you completely caught up on everything that has been going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Like Patreon, having a bunch of different perks, a bunch of different options, it helps out our channel tremendously. But if you're not able to do that, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel, liking this video, hitting that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.